So a few weeks ago, we received some boxes from our mission at Holy Trinity, Alabama. And you could tell it was really old. The stuff was yellow. Some of the paper was even brittle. And there was an envelope in there marked glass plate negatives, which I'd never heard of. So I had to go online to find out how to handle them, because when I saw them, I was amazed. So here's a glass plate negative, and I could tell from a few of the pictures, I recognized these are from the old days. And I ended up working with them, really just with the primitive equipment that I have here. I used my phone and someone's light box. And there were 16 of them. And I wiped them down very carefully to get the dust off. They're in bad condition. They're flaking, and some of them had paper stuck to them, so their portions of the picture are completely ruined. But what happened was I took pictures of them with my phone just so that I could have some kind of a record of them, because I know it costs a lot of money to get these professionally processed. And I couldn't even tell what they are a lot of times. So I put them in my computer, the pictures, and then I cranked up my graphics program, and I did a negative of it, because they're already negatives. And the first one that I did that to, all of a sudden, it just popped into view, and I could see clearly. I could even see that Mother Boniface was in the picture. I had been able to tell there was some kids or something in there, but I was like, oh my gosh, this is so old. And here's a picture of Mother Boniface. And I didn't recognize it either. We might have stuff like that around here, because I still haven't learned everything that we have in the archives. But the experience of having something that was like pulling out of an envelope of something you've never heard, didn't know it existed, it had been in a closet for so long, and you look at it and it doesn't make any sense. It's like, I can't tell what this is. And to go through the process of learning how to handle them, and then coming up with this kind of quick and dirty way of being able to look at them, and suddenly being able to see, really stayed with me for a long time. It really made an impression on me to have those images, 16 images, one after the other, pop into view as I would hit the negative and make it a reverse of what it was. And I wasn't sure really why I was remembering it so much, why I kept coming back to that moment of realization and recognition. So I think it's time to put on the archives hat and to say, what is how does this affect my normal daily life? Why should looking at old glass plate negatives mean that much? And I think it's because I can think of, in my own life, I can look back on experiences maybe that I haven't thought about in a long time. Or I remember in a certain way. And if I take the time to examine and reflect, and maybe even get some counsel from others about how to look at it, which is what I did when I went online with the glass plate negatives, to how do you handle these? What are they? There can be a way of looking at some past experiences in my life that I can look at now and suddenly see it in a different light. I can understand things differently from how I understood it before. But suddenly, it can come to light, and you see things as they really were. You see all the nuances and details that had been lost. So my question to you then is, what in your past might bear a little re-examination? Some thoughts about how it might look different as years have gone by and you have a chance to really understand things better. Are there glass plate negatives in your attic that you need to take out and dust off? Maybe get a little help in how to handle it and see it in a different way.